What's going to be playing? Remember, Shivaj, AKS with G has been playing Devil Escape August 11, 2026. Without further ado, let's go ahead and start these escaping for now. Alright, first you first, we're gonna open this up and see if there's Moscow tail or not. 3, 2, 1. There's a Moscow tail, so it's taken out of the backpack. Alright, let's see if there's a blue tail inside this cabinet. 3, 2, 1. Nothing, okay. What about this cabinet? 3, 2, 1. Nothing also, okay. So that means inside this cabinet is a blue tape note. So here it says 134 equals what? You see a 3-inch code, it's a safe, it's a math problem. We have to come back to this safe later. I need a blue or a hammer. I already have the blue tape note. I'm gonna need a hammer. So we're gonna come back to this later. You see the light blue, which is the digital clock in the first room. The time is 3:15:24. So set the numbers 3, 15, and 24. You get a first switch point clue. Perfect. Alright. You'll see the color green, which is the green clock in the second room. The time is 11:35:32. So set the numbers 11, 35, and 32. You get 96 of the couches and 2 limits of pillows in the fourth last room. So I'm going to do that, and only to be cutting is the second middle pillow in the fourth last room. You get a second region color clue. Okay, we're on 5. If we get the third one next, this is going to be crazy. Alright, you'll see a 4-inch code. Alright, the no shoelaces is the 4-inch code in the second room. If you know what that is, you can use the Morse code table. We got 6595, so 6,595. If you take out the 5s, it'll be 69, which is crazy. But not as crazy as 6 and 7. We're going to set the numbers 6, 5, 9, and another 5. You get a hand to make the lamps and vases. Alright, I got 2 clues. I need 2 more. There are 2 secure spots. Let's see the lamps now. Let's know when hit the vases. They'll never. Alright, here we go. We're not going to hit all lamps. Alright, so the orange we're hitting for now is the lamp in the first room and the first step in the full last room. So orange we're hitting for now. Alright, now you got 3 numbers to lock this safe. We're going to have all those numbers to see what the answer to my problem is. Alright, the first number is 103. Okay, the second number is 208. Okay, and then the third last number is 134. Alright, so 103 plus 208 plus 134. So you can calculate those 306 plus and find the answer is. You can put it in this safe, which inside should be the third or fourth last regional point clue. So you use an air to solve this. According to Google, that's my problem is going to be 445. So 103 plus 208 plus 134 is 445. So that's my problem. So when I put the numbers, 4 4 and after 4 is 5. You get a fourth last regional point clue. Nope, my thought is not correct. I'm going to have to save it later. When I get the third one, I can get that one. So save it for later. You see 4 of us has 4 books in the third room. We got yellow, red, pink, green. So set the colors yellow, red like that, pink, and green. You get vents as soon as you take out the vents in the second room. Then we get the third Winter Point clue. That shows the same room as the safe, which is inside a fourth last Winter Point clue. So yeah, there we have it. Alright, we got all 4 clues. Let's read and find out what the answer to the riddle is. So the first one says, look at my face. I don't know if I've done this riddle before. How many letters? Is it 6? Yeah, 6. Okay. I don't know if the maximum is 7, but yeah. Alright, so I'm going to look for if I've already done so or not. If you want to skip this point, feel free to do that. I'm not forcing you to do it, but if you really want to go quick, feel free to fast forward. Okay, so far everything else is good. I was thinking it's Shadow, but I could be wrong. Alright. Nope, not it. This one. Okay. I thought there were like less 6-word riddles, but there might be more than I thought. Alright. So it said, look something. Okay. Alright, I didn't do it. That's strange. Alright, first one says, look at my face. Alright, I think I know what the riddle is, but it's a different format. Second one says, I am somebody. Alright. Third one says, look at my back. And then the fourth last one says, I am nobody. Okay, I know what the riddle is, but it's a different format like I said. Okay, so, look at my face. I am somebody. Look at my back. I am nobody. So I may or may not have explained this riddle before in 2026. But if that's still trouble, you can remember. Yeah, if that's still trouble, you can use an actual still look it up. I didn't mean to say that, but yeah. Alright, so according to ChatGPT, the answer is a mirror, of course. So I'm going to expand out. Look at my face, I'm somebody, which is a mirror. When you look at the front of a mirror, you see your own reflection, a person. Not to be confused by reflecting the X or Y axis, but yeah. Look at my back, I am nobody. The back of a mirror usually has an opaque coating or backing, so you see nothing, nobody. But if you look behind, sometimes it might be a random person, which is crazy. But yeah, that's why the answer is mirror. We're going to set the letters M, I, R, another R, O, and triple R. There we go. You get the letter T. Alright, we can now solve this picture puzzle. This is 90 degree, not 90 degree, drag and drop puzzle. Here we go. Okay, there we go. Let's select the letter I. Alright, you guys need pictures showing solid for your future days. Do each one to get the letters T and I, which is Texas Instruments abbreviated for calculators. Alright, so these are the last two letters on the material, which means that the fourth letter is I, and the last letter is T, which spells the word it, either movie or the word, and abbreviated as information technology or something like that. Alright, now we got the computer solve for rooms. Okay, so there's nothing in the third room. First letter is letter H in the plant in the first room. The second letter is A in the picture frame. The third is B in the grass. Let me click on it, there we go. Alright, those two letters are in the first room. Now you get all 5 letters. So those are H, A, B, T, and I. So you click H, A, B, T, I, scroll into formulas that basically the spelling I gave you actually was a hint. If that still is helping you click that, remember, T and I should be the last letter. Pay attention to that. Calculation was habit. So I'm going to express the letters H, A, B, let me try this, there we go, I, and T. So that's what the answer is, habit. If you take out the first two letters, it will spell the word bit. But yeah, pretty cool. We're going to set the letters, and by the way, those letters show the same as the retro box. So H, anything like that, B, after A, of course, I, and T, you get the key. Alright, when we get the key, bam, we finally escaped the room right away. Okay, if you say it together without the colon, it would be crazy. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed, please like, subscribe, comment down below. And then, yeah, so off for today. So I'll see you guys next time today for Kitchen Escape. Peace out.